Stitching with Sandy. My channel is a channel primarily about cross stitch. Once in a while I share some other things that I've been working on, but today is all about the stitching. So welcome back. I'm glad you're here. I'm looking forward to sharing my 24 in 24. So last year I challenged myself to do 24 ornaments in 2024. This was an idea that was popped up from Pam from Just Keep Stitching, and she wanted to do 24 new projects, I believe, in 2024. I decided I'd like to do that, but I didn't want to bite off big projects. I wanted to be able to complete them, and so I have. And actually, as I was pulling everything together, I realized I have 25. So I'm going to go through each one. There's a couple that I won't be able to share with you, and that is because they were gifted. So they're in my opening video. There's two different ones that say Joy, and that is by Bent Creek. It's a freebie pattern, so if you go to Bent Creek, you can find out the Joy pattern. You can download it and print it out for yourself. And then there's another one that was from the Just Cross Stitch Magazine 2023 issue, and that was like a little sampler. It's called the sampler card. I think it's called the Christmas sampler. I'm not sure, but it is in that magazine. So those three I don't have to show you because I have gifted them, but I do have others to show you. Most of them are FFO'd. I do have a couple that I'm waiting on finishing. The one I just found, I should have already finished it, to be honest, but 4 of them are part of a set of 6, and I haven't finished the other 2. And I want to finish them all exactly the same, so I'm going to wait to finish them later, but I'll show you what I have so far. So if you are here because you're one of my followers, today will just be my ornaments. I'm going to come back to you this week with a regular floss tube. So if you're new to my channel, this is just a sample of what I do, but I will have more to share with you later this week. So let's get to the ornaments. All right, so this is Noelle by Stitching with the Housewives, and I love this. And Priscilla did several different songs, and so I printed a bunch of them. I only actually completed 2 out of the ones that I downloaded, and I think I have a total of 8. So there's still 6 more, but I plan on doing them some alike, some different. And this particular finish is from Paisleys and Polka Dots. So I ordered a kit. It came with 4 wood backers that look like wreaths. There's no hole in the center. As this is what they look like. You need to paint them and fix them yourselves. It comes with the hangers, and they also come with a couple little doodads you can put on the top. But for this particular finish, I didn't think I needed it, so I didn't use that. So this is Noelle, Stitching with the Housewives. And number 2 is another Stitching with the Housewives. This one is Joy to the World. So I finished exactly the same way. I only ordered a set of 4, but I think I'm going to do another reorder, and I might have to contact her to see. I don't know if they're available right now. If not, I'm going to ask her if they'll be coming available again, and if I can order another set, because as I said, you get 4 in the set. All right, so that's 2. Number 3 is I did this ornament for my daughter. She loves cats, and her pet cat, his name is Patrick, and he's an orange tabby. So I found this ornament online on Etsy, and it came with several different Christmas cats. I think it was just titled Christmas Cats, and I chose the one that looks like hers, and then I put her name on the back. If you are new to my channel, my goal is to go backwards in time and make ornaments for each of my kids. I have 5, and I didn't keep up with it. I think I did some of them. I did their first year, baby's first Christmas, but then I kind of forgot about it. And so now I'm going back in time and finishing. This is her 2023 ornament. I had chosen the ornament in 2023, but didn't stitch it. So now it's done. All right, and then this one comes from an old Just Cross Stitch magazine. I don't have the year with me, but if you're interested and you need to know, I can look it up for you. And this is a Prairie Schooler that was in the ornament issue, and it's just a little train. And I wanted to chart my grandson's name, Luca, here in the smoke of the train. And I was able to do that. And I plan on making one for each of my 3 sons as well, but they'll be different colors. But so this is Luca's. Okay, and then this was during Midsummer Stitch. Tiny Modernist gave us a free pattern for that event. And so I converted it into my favorite color, which is green, and I left the white. Everywhere there's white was called for. And then I stitched on Midsummer Stitch. I don't believe that was included in the chart, but I wanted to say that so that I can mark the event. I had such a great time, and I started this stitch at the beginning of the event and finished it before the event ended, and then I FFO'd it into a pillow ornament. So there we go. I love how it turned out. And then this one is a hands-on design. It's called Belle of the Ball. This was a Jingle Ball ornament, not this last year, 2024. It was in 2023 in the ornament issue book. And this last year, 2024, Sarah, my friend Sarah from Sarah Stitches, suggested that we work on an ornament from the ornament book the year before during the Jingle Ball. And so we did. So now we're going to continue to do that. We think it's a great idea to be working on something. At least if you stitch at least one ornament from the book, it makes it worth it. So I did this one, and I know this was released. It came out not too long ago, so people started stitching it as well. So I think for this last Christmas it came out. So I just finished it. And then next up, this I started and then finished at the end of Jingle Ball this year, 2024. And then I finished it in January. So I started it, and at the class, it was a Kathy Haberman class, and this was a counted canvas design that she came up with. And during class, she taught us how to do the center part. And then I spent the rest of the weekend working on it till it was finished, and then I FFO'd it the way that she gives instructions for. And this was a fun class, and I'm looking forward to doing more. I bought all the kits that she sold of the design, the different ones. I just haven't sat down and done them, but I plan to. All right, this one is from It's So Emma. They came out with those little ornaments. I think there's 12 ornaments total, and they made them for, sorry, I keep moving the phone. They made them for the little tart tins, but I saw Vonna did a little shaker ornament, and I wanted to do one, so I chose to turn this one into a shaker ornament. And so what I did is I took a half of the plastic ornaments, they connect together, and I made 2 ornaments instead of just one. I did give one away. It looked exactly like this, and then I just used mat board for the back. So that way I could get 2 ornaments out of one, but you could just do one and seal it shut. I chose not to. I'm sorry, I see the rain glare is in this ornament, but it's the little reindeer face. All right, and then this one, it was one of the little Prairie Schooler. It was a little tiny mini card. I think you can order them like set A, B, C. There might be D, E, and F, I think, are all of them. I'm not sure. But this came from one of them, and it says ding, ding. And it's such a tiny little Prairie Schooler. And I had this really cute red tag that I picked up, I think, at Hobby Lobby. And so I was like, this fits perfectly. Get it on there. So it was an easy finish. I love how it turned out. Okay, so we're up to, let's see. This was number 9. And my next ornament is a Brenda Gervais. And this is the ornament. It's called Merry Minty. It's a freebie by Brenda Gervais. I stitched it 1/1 on a green apple Lugana. It's 28 count. And one tip that I'd like to share with you is that if you're stitching 1/1 and your white's not showing, if you double and do 2/1 just on the white will show up, and then you don't have to worry about it not showing. That's what I did on this one. I've been wanting to stitch this ornament for so long. And ever since it came out, I just kept printing it out year after year, thinking when I saw someone else do it, oh, I want to stitch that. And it wasn't until when I decided to do 24 ornaments in 2024 that I said, get all those copies, put them together, let's do this. And so I did, and I'm very happy with how it turned out. All right. Next up is a pair that I did. I stitched, these are by Emily Call, and they're just called Little Snowman 1 and 2. And so I finished them exactly the same way, and I made them into little tags. So here they are. If you were following me, when I shared them before, I hadn't added the snowflake yet, but I wanted to give it a little bling bling. But you can see they're pretty similar, pretty much the similar snowman, but he's holding something different. One has a cardinal, one has a candy cane, and then their stocking or their scarf and their hat are different, but otherwise pretty much the same. And then I just wrapped some fuzzy yarn on the bottom to make the snow, and I'm really excited about these ornaments. These were some tags that I picked up. I'm not even sure where. I don't know if I picked them up at Hobby Lobby or Michael's or Joann's. I don't know. Next up is, this one is Happy Holidays. This is Mini Merry Christmas, I believe, by Heart and Hand. And it was gifted to me one year from a friend for Christmas. And as all kitted up to stitch, and I stitched it and that last year, and now it's finished on this cute little sled that I picked up. I think this one was picked up at Hobby Lobby. I'm pretty sure it is. I found some at the dollar store, but I think they're a little bit smaller. But it was already painted red, so that made it easy. Just put it on there, add a little baker's twine, and you're ready to hang it. And then next up, this was an ornament that I stitched for my son, Trevor. This is for 2017. He is actually going to graduate high school, but this was back when he was in 4th grade. Excuse me. In 4th grade, they had a mother-son event, and it turned out to be a reptile event, which I was terrified of. And because I'm a teacher there, and because several of my colleagues all have kids the same age as Trevor, they made us hold this giant, I think they called it a banana snake. I don't know. It was huge, over 25 feet long. And of course, I'm holding the middle. I didn't even want to touch it, but Trevor could not stop laughing. He thought that was the most hilarious time. And so when I chose this ornament for that year, because he'll never forget it, I'll never forget it. And it was such a fun event that we did together. So I thought I'd find a snake ornament, and this was fun. I found this ornament in a Stony Creek. It was like a freebie one. I think when you go shopping on Stony Creek's website, they have some freebies. I believe it was a free ornament. I didn't purchase it. I think a friend of mine gifted it to me, and I remembered I had it in my stash. Usually I get things gifted and I put them in my stash to do giveaways, and I think that's where it was. And then I bought these little ornament, string of ornament lights. I bought those on Amazon, and it came in a big roll. I think I got 2 rolls of it, so that I'll be able to use those Christmas lights for future finishing. The pattern called for some buttons, but the button colors weren't that pretty, and I wanted them to be more colorful, so I looked this up, and then I just tacked it down with a little bit of thread. And then next up, this was a Friend Stitch ornament, and it from Friend Stitch's Heart and Hand and Bank Creek collaboration together. And this was one of their Christmas designs. And this ornament, people have asked me where I got this ornament. I don't remember. I really don't. It might have been the dollar store. And it was just an outline, and I painted the inside of the ornament red so I could mount it on there. And then I added these beads and the bow. It didn't have those on there. I love how it turned out. It's very cute. All right. Then this one is from a Just Cross Stitch magazine. I don't remember which year, but it's an older one. I love polar bears, my favorite animal. And I have this piece of colorful fabric that I thought would make a great look to like the Northern Lights. That's what the little metallic thread is supposed to symbolize. So I thought that would be a perfect night sky for him. And I got this tag at the dollar store. I know I did. And I just painted it up, add some ribbon and a little charm of the moon. All right. Then this one I did, it came from, I think it says Christmas Visitors, I think, is a Prairie Schooler. And my favorite flower is sunflowers. And so I just wet wiped, I don't want to say wet wipe, wet washed. What I did, this is what you do. So I didn't want this to be really bright. So I do a wet wash with the paint. And so what I do is I add a drop of paint to a lot of water, and then I just brush over the wood. And then I let it sink into the wood, and I wait about half an hour. I'll come back and look, and if it's still too light, I'll add another wet wash of paint on it and then go from there. And I like how it turned out. This particular piece of wood is that one that you can get at Hobby Lobby in their plain wood section. So I got it there. But I love sunflowers. I also made this sunflower counting pin, and I thought it'd be cute as a decoration at the top. So that is all my finished ornaments. And that is 20 finished ornaments that I have here, plus the 3 that were at the beginning. So I have those, and then let me show you I'm just moving these over so they don't fall on the floor. I'm afraid I'll knock them over. So then I have some more. So these next 4 are from Hands On Design, and she had the Polar Plunge, and a lot of people have been stitching them. I wanted to do the whole series, and then I'm just not that great with series. I don't know why. I'm getting closer though, because there's 6. She created 5 ornaments, and then 1 extra one that you could download as a PDF, and the proceeds to that one went to Special Olympics in South Dakota. I think that's where she's from, where her son attends. And so I of course wanted to donate to that too. Plus you got the pattern for it, so it was like a win-win situation. So this is what I've gotten done so far. So I've got the penguin pear, and the fabric I dyed myself. I got the Polar Peak. He's the one, I did him first. He's my favorite. And then I've got Wally the Walrus. He's so cute. And then I stitched the one you could get as a PDF, which is the N is for Narwhal. And so I have 2 more to do. I believe there's a puffin and a whale, I think. So as soon as those are done, the reason why I'm waiting to finish them is because I think Kathy originally used a printed paper that you can get in scrapbooking at Joann's for the background, and I'm going to do mine with fabric. I'm going to do the same thing but decoupage fabric instead of paper. And so I want to wait till they're all done so that I can go purchase enough fabric to do all 6, and that way I don't have to be afraid that if I start finishing and I get to the next ones and I don't have enough fabric. So I'd rather buy the fabric all at once. And then my last ornament, which was sitting on my table, is an ornament I stitched for my son, Vincent. And this is, I plan on stitching the Prairie Schooler Santa for each year that my kids are born. I have 5 children, and also my grandson, Luca. And so I've already stitched his ornament. I'm up to date on Luca's. My grandson has up-to-date ornaments, but my children don't. So my son, Vincent, was born in 1993, and this is his ornament. It is the Poinsettia Santa, and I plan on finishing him very much like the way that Vana does, where it looks like a pillow finish and it just has a bow and a ribbon at the top. And I'm going to use this as backer for it. So I had it sitting on my table because I was going to finish it today. And then I got busy helping my son fill out the FAFSA form for college, because that's what we're doing right now. And so when I came back after I had already uploaded all of the ornaments into my opener, I realized, oh no, there's another one sitting here. So I will finish that one and share it in a future Flosstube. But you can see that I've stitched 25 in 2024. It was great. It was a great challenge. I'm not doing it again this year. But it was fun. I plan on continuing on because I have a lot more ornaments to make for my children. So you'll see them in future videos, but I wanted to take time to share just those in a little video here so you can see that I made my goal. I'm so proud of myself. And it was fun, and it forced me to finish them too. I know a lot of us will put them into tubs and leave them and know that one day we want to finish them. My goal is to try to stitch them and finish them as I go. So that way, when my children move out of the house, I do have 2 adults that have moved out of the house, but then I can gift them their set of ornaments for their own tree, and that's the plan. I've already sent the children's ornaments when they were, my older boys, when they were little, all the ones that they made at school. I've already sent those to them, but I want to send the cross stitch as a big set and gift wrap them all together so they'll have them all. And so I'll be still stitching ornaments and sharing them with you. I thank you for coming and spending some time with me. I know I'm not always a regular. I really try hard to, but it just doesn't work out. But if you were inspired or enabled, or you just enjoyed looking at what I've done and sharing with you, I hope that you'll like and subscribe and come back. And I plan to come back this week with a regular Flosstube to show you what else I've been up to besides finishing. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.